Hi, my name is Anita Murnieks and welcome to my channel. So, I'm a fashion designer and I have my own collection of bags, which is called Fuchsia, and I have my own collection with clothes, which is called Leton. So many things I want to share, but let me be structured. So, this is my first day of recording how my actual process of creating the collection going. So if you're a designer, this channel is probably for you. If you're interested at creating your own designs but don't know how to start, I think that you're at the right place. Since my clothes is all digital right now, I believe that digital clothes is our future. We do not have to waste materials, we do not have to waste resources that nature gives us. And I can talk about sustainability for a long time, but let me tell you a little bit about this particular video. A little bit later, I will record a big introduction to what my brand is, why it's called Leton, why it is fuchsia, what is the idea, why it is sustainable, how I want to change the world, etc. Right now, I want to be very clear about what I learned. So every day I will record the videos. My plan for this channel is every day I will try my best to record the video for you so you can get something from my life, from my experience. And right now I live in New York City. Originally I'm from Moscow, from Russia. I moved to New York 3 years ago. And since then I fell in love with fashion. So I studied fashion business at FIT, it is Fashion Institute of Technology. And I think it is really nice school to be at. Unfortunately, I studied there online. And if you study business, online is not what you want to do. Obviously, it's not my choice, it is COVID times. So I just accepted. I'm feeling happy anyways, I'm not complaining, I'm just sharing that even though I study at the best university in the world when it comes to fashion industry, I still do not get as much as I would get if I would be in person. Probably this upcoming semester I will be in person, I do not know yet, but if Omicron is too big right now and they decide to do online again, well, I will inform you about that, but looks like you might be able to go inside the building with me, explore FIT together with me, see how actually classes are happening in New York. It's really exciting. I've been studying for 1.5 years and all of that was online. And of course I was inside the building, I did sport inside, I went to some yoga classes, other classes, just to be inside the building. So yes, last semester I could actually be in person, but this is another story why I decided to be online and why I decided to be a model and why I decided not to be a model at the end of the story. So this is another video. If you're curious, let me know, write the comments below. I will tell you all this story. So for now, I want to be specific about fashion, business, and my collection. So what I have. There is a program called Cloth 3D. Amazing program. It is a game changer. It is really something that if you're a designer, you have to learn right away. I personally did a Cloth 3D course. It was wonderful. I really know how to have furry stuff, the zipper, how to make it realistic, and I'm inside the technology. I know how it works, it's great, but when it comes to a big project like a collection of, let's say, 18 pieces as I have, maybe I will have 25 soon because I already did them, but anyways, it's a big collection. It has many pieces, many details, and I have to work with a professional who is experienced and who can do it very fast. So right now I have 2 designers. One designer is for my bag collection. Another designer is for my clothes collection. I have clear sketches, they both have them, they both created digitally already, and now I face with a challenge with a pattern. In Cloth 3D you can download any fabric, any pattern, any fabric, any print, anything you want. You can be specific about texture. You want to do it like leather, silk, etc. It's really great program. It gives you so much freedom. You can do anything. But since you can do anything, you always have to challenge with the choice challenge. So you always have a choice problem, because once you have so many options, you do not know what to choose. And this is what about my vlog right now, because I have everything done except this final fabric vision. So I am working with a mood store. If you're in New York or Los Angeles or even in Miami, they are opening Miami store over there right now. So it's amazing that it has so many places where you can buy stuff. And even I think they do delivery. I don't know how far they do delivery, but it's a great opportunity for those who care about the planet, for those who stand for sustainability. My both brands stand for sustainability. That's why I really need to understand where could I get the fabrics that are sustainable. And there are two ways how you can do sustainable fabrics for now. I mean, maybe there are other ways. Let's say, so the first way how you can create sustainable brand is to go to secondhand or other vintage stores, get the stuff for cheap price, and do recycling from that. I mean, recreate the design, get the fabric. For example, you can go to secondhand and get a black leather coat, and you will get black leather material that you can use to create a vest, trousers, gloves, scarves, etc. Right? This is a sustainable way, since you do not have to produce stuff and you reuse the stuff that was made already. This is a great technique, but if you do a collection in a big scale, it's gonna take you a long time to search the same material, like really hard to find. But if it comes to leather, it's not that hard, right? Black leather is kind of pretty much the same if you can find it. So another way how you can create a sustainable brand is to go to a store like Mood Store. This is the name of it. Nice store. You can go to that store, and this is the store where you can get leftovers. So big designers, they obviously have so many fabrics that they do not want to use. I mean, they would use a part of them, but there is a lot of left. So this is what I'm doing. I'm buying those leftovers, and I feel like it's a great sustainable approach, since again, you do not have to manufacture anything, you do not have to waste anything, you reuse stuff that was already made. Another way how you can be a sustainable designer with sustainable brand is to find some manufacturers that do stuff from recycling products. So they, for example, find some bottles in the ocean and they recycling them, and they create material that you can do some workout clothes, or you can see some recycling cotton or other fabrics that are taken from the ones that were made already and reuse them. However, this approach is something that, again, not fully sustainable. Obviously, in order to recycling, you have to spend some energy, water, etc. When it comes to energy sources. So I think that it's also nice if you're doing it, like, you know that you will always use white cotton and you have to have many yards of that. So of course it's the best way for you, but we are all moving towards that, you know. Some people prefer using this approach, some are going to that approach, some people prefer going to another approach. If you have some other sustainable ways how to create a sustainable clothing, please let me know, share your knowledge, be beneficial to our community. This is a community for those who are ready to change the world, who stand for a better world, and we can do it together. We just need to share what we know. So I am very new to that, honestly. I really, I was deep into business part at the beginning, and after that I went to a sustainability conference, and that changed my mind. It was really, really, how should I say, depressing. Full 4 days. It was made by FIT, and it changed my mind. I honestly decided to stop doing fashion in general. I was like, this is not for me. I'm not going to do that. It's horrible. And I switched to integrative nutrition. I got certificate to become a health coach. However, I did not stop fashion business. With few weeks or months, it was actually summertime, so I luckily had that time to think about how I can actually change the industry, what can I do in order not to leave it, not to have a policy of like get in the way of the problem. You have to jump into the problem and solve the problem and help the society, right? So I was glad that I got the certificate of being a health coach, and I'm getting certificate for fashion business, and now I'm going to a different way, which is design and technology, because I'm crazy about it. This is the solution. You can replace everything with technology. Like, I can actually wear this cardigan right now and it would be digital, and you would never know if it is digital, because the technology is so insane that it really blows your mind. So coming back to this video, I really want to share that I realized, since I do not have any experience in fashion, right? I realized that, in creating process. So I realized that I have to hire a person not only in the digital space, like I want to find the fabric that would work well for me, and I would give my person, like future designer, who will help me with first find the fabric that would work, that would make sense. I'm a person who personally loves who loves black velvet, silk, atlas, tweed, like really gorgeous fabrics that have this luxurious sense. But I do not know how they work, like if I would be in black velvet, should it be stretchy, shouldn't be, there are so many questions that you have to know if you go to a design major. I did not go there, so I really want to know the inside about this information. So today I had a call with the designer who worked for Fila, who worked for Kappa, like really nice companies. And since she worked, it's really interesting because it was my first serious interview, because all those people who have previously worked for me, they were freelancers, they did my particular tasks, and that's it. Now I'm looking for a long-term perspective, for a person who would be as I told you, understand the fabrics, how they work, what fabric would make sense. B, this person should be creative and help me with colors, help me. I have my idea when it comes to colors. I like black, I like silk, I like white, I like purple, I like gray, etc. Like, I already understand a color pattern for me, but if my future designer who works with me is like, wait, looks like you like orange a lot and like pink a lot and red a lot, maybe we can start working from that. I want to hire a person who will know me and who can know what I think and what I will like. This is a really long search. Like, today, I should say, I spoke with this lady for 45 minutes, and that was a lot. And if I would tell her at the beginning, hey, are you ready to work for me full time? And I would say, are you ready to work for me for years? Like, my brand is going to be huge. I do not want to jump from one person to another. I want to have a family who thinks alike. This is a very important element when you create design. You need to know that you cannot trust your design to someone who is just jumping into the process, do some adjustments and leaving the process. You will have absolutely not coherent situation. So I want everything to be aligned with each other. That's why at the end of the call, she's like, you know what? I'm actually is going to have a project in a few weeks, and I won't be able to dedicate my full time to you. And I was like, damn, I wish I would ask her that question at the beginning, because I texted her that at the beginning when we just started like talking to each other. And how I knew her, there is a lady who is a manager for other designers. It's a great system when you can talk to a manager who will coordinate other designers depending on your task. This is how I found my web designer, and this is how I found this lady, because I gave this manager a task. I need a person who knows how to sew, who has a design degree, and who will help me with fabric search. But she saw that it's just one-time project, and I told her that it's a long time. But now I'm going to share with you some lessons that I learned for today's call. First of all, you have to ask a person's portfolio. This is a very important thing. You do not know how the person will work. You need to know the previous experience. And when I asked this person about providing me with portfolio, the person would say, I just stopped working at that job, and I do not have a portfolio right now. I didn't get her answer, but I'm a very kind person. I always give the second chance to everyone. This is not a right approach. First, ask the portfolio. It's fundamental. You have to know that you look alike, your vision is the same, right? Secondly, you have to make sure how many hours this person will work for you per week. Like, you have to say, I want you to work for me 20 hours a week, or as many hours as you want. How to calculate that if you do not know how much time the person might need? Ask like, okay, I have an outfit, I have this task. I need to know 4 fabrics in this outfit. How much time do you think you're gonna spend? Boom, you have the answer. After that, you multiply it by the amount of outfits you have, and you would say, okay, this is the amount of work you need to do, and I want this work to be done by this particular date. This is another really smart advice that I can share, because I did not know how much time this person will need to spend. Another thing, of course you have to talk about payments. Of course you have to talk about how much is 1 hour, how much is the whole project, how much, like, you really have to be specific. Don't be shy. You pay money. Don't be shy. Just like, be specific. This is my budget. I cannot be bigger. I cannot pay more than that. If you do not want to work for that little amount as you think, or big amount, it depends, right? For someone, if it's a lot, for another person it's too small, depending on the country the person lives in. It's very important, because money has different value in different countries, right? So you have to be specific when it comes to payment. Another thing that you have to really be consistent. Like, let's say you found a person, you know the portfolio, the person looks really like you, design is crazy great. You're like, okay, let's talk about what I need to do. This person like, okay, I need to dedicate this amount of time, my price is this for the hour. And you're like, okay, that sounds fine. So the next step is to be very consistent with, like, you would tell, okay, let's create Thursday as our check-in day. Every Thursday at 3 p.m. we will speak for 30 minutes, 40 minutes, doesn't matter. Like, I will see how the process goes, because if you just give a person a task and like, okay, do whatever, whenever you have time to do it, and your whole process is so slow. So this is what I've learned. We are not going to work with that person, and tomorrow we'll talk with another person, and after tomorrow with another. So stay tuned, and I will share everything about my collection. And I'm so excited that I finally can share this knowledge with you. And please, I really ask you, if you have something in mind, feel free to share it with me. And don't forget, I'm Russian. I'm happy to work with Russian designers too. I actually already work with Russian designers, so I also know English, as you could notice. So if you know someone and you can relate it to me, and feel free, if you're a designer who actually can help me right now, that's even better. Let's work together. I mean, I am happy just to share my knowledge, but I'm also open to some work offers. So see you tomorrow. It is Thursday, January 13th, and I'm going to post these videos every single day. Love you.